Good work, Agent 4. I sure know how to pick 'em. Gotta hand it to the Octarians, though. I didn't expect them to have a fully operational Octobosses at their disposal. I think it's time to call in the big guns. Let's see here. Sheldon, can you hear me? Over. I hear loud and clear. Marie? Oh man, this is so cool. Agent 4, I am Sheldon of Ammo Knights. The only weapon shop in Ecop has over 542 million years of trusted service. That's right. Stop by the Ammo Knights in Ecop Square for all your weapon needs. Tell me Sheldon sent you. Marie told me everything. To think that my signature weapons can be used to help the new Squid Big Splatoon, I'm honored. But I'm afraid I just can't let you treat my vast arsenal like all-you-can-ink buffet. I hear you have a business to run, you know. So, let's help each other out. I want you to help me test out some new weapons I'm currently developing. All you have to do is use them in real-world conditions. If you do that for me, I will be able to gather all sorts of amazing data. That data will help me get the approvals I need to make retail versions of the weapons. And once the retail versions are out, you can use them in turf war battles. It's a real win-win, don't you think? Oh yeah, and... Okay, down, boy. I think Agent 4 gets the point. Let's get back to work, Agent 4. Stay fresh. With the boss out of the way, we have enough electrical power to overload the electrical barrier, apparently, and now we can warp to the next room. Good news! You can use my Ammo Knight's Enhancifier next to Cuttlefish's cabin. It's a top-of-the-line vending machine that can enhance your weapons and add bombs to your arsenal. The Enhancifier doesn't take cash. It takes power eggs and ceridium instead. Because I want to, you know, be popular and be trendy with different currencies that no one else uses. So this is what we got here. We have the hero set of weapons we can use. We can unlock these if we want. So every unlockable requires a few of the ceridium and power eggs. But look at this. Just to get our fire rate to increase for our main base weapon, we have to get 800 eggs. At the end of our World 1, we only have 478. Which means you're not going to be using this until probably maybe after World 2. To getting any upgrades. Which kind of basically defeats the purpose of, you know, introducing this and then finding out. And also, World 1 is where all it is. There is no other upgrade spots in any of the other worlds, which is kind of a detriment to its own self. But anyway, let's warp to the next world. Now, they put different... we got our next area here. Suction Cup Lookout. This is our more explorative area of the game. Also, they added loading screens between them. Because I would think that in the first game, every world was rendered at all times. So you could, if you planned out your route correctly, you could most likely skip worlds, you know, like speedrunners and whatnot. This time, however, Nintendo put loading screens between all the worlds. You can see the other worlds from different locations, see, but they made them so far away, as well as a loading screen, to prevent you from, speedrunning the game, I guess you want to say. But I'm pretty sure somebody has broken the code on it to basically to warp to another world without using the mass warp. There's probably some sort of, code, some type of glitch they performed to actually get it. I'm just trying to get my bearings a bit by getting enough ink on the ground. Because I want to open up as much areas as possible. Because again, we have to find the sunken scroll that's here, and it's inside a balloon. There's the ceridium right there. Simple as that. Blow these balloons up. And we get a big orange one, which gives us a few power eggs. Again, the game expects you to go out and explore the world. So you know exactly what you're doing, what you're getting yourself into. And again, you start this off doing this, because this is how you win. Oh, no. Oof, I almost fell down to my death. That would have been bad. Oof. But we gotta do more experimental ways to gain levels open, which is a lot better than Splatoon 1's mission mode, or at least story mode in that regard. Because there was always times where you could some levels were so complex just to find the levels in that you just got lost from time to time, and it's like I'm just trying to find a level and I'm having a hard time with it. I would always say that the last world of the game is probably the one that has the most complexity to finding the levels. Otherwise, everything else is pretty safe to find the levels in. Just gotta be more, just get that little more explorative type. I say for explorative type because this is a game. The game gives you the reason to go and explore. I think this is what Nintendo's mindset was, because Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and this all tried this whole idea of we need to put as more exploration as possible in our worlds. It's so that, it doesn't feel like a linear level, Because again, Splatoon 1 and 2 are basically open worlds, by technical definition. Just because it's like, you can go into World 5 or Level 5, but then you can go into Level 3 afterwards, You don't have to go in a linear pathway. Which is why I do like Splatoon's official design like that, where it's like, you don't have to follow the level path. You can follow your own path. And that's something I like about it. But as for Let's Play's sake, we're following the path of the most easiest of the resistances. Jump up there. No, I didn't make it. There's a level up there. Need to go find it, and then we'll get the sunken scroll as well. Because the sunken scrolls are going to be more complex to get, because after a while you just have to defeat enough balloons, and that finally just appears. That green balloon will basically take us to our sunken scroll, but we need to make sure our levels are cleared up. I'm missing 2 levels right now. Where am I missing? Oh, there's one above the boss stage. I want to say there's one above the boss stage. And of course, getting all the ink across. There's my tongue again. Thank you. And I'm missing one more. Where am I missing it? It's probably up there. Let's get up there and let's get our stage. We get our ink covered here. Then we can go up the dash panel. Ah, there it is. That should be all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Alright, let's go after the sunken scroll right now. Let's see. Now you have to watch out for the balloons here. Again, the game does give you an arrow where the balloons are located, so you're not going to be lost for too long. No, don't go up. No, 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 no. No. Aw. And that's the problem. The balloons are on a time limit. They just fly up really fast. So again, you have to be very, very quick on them. Might take me a couple tries with this one. See, the first two first shots are easy, and then it's like, the balloons are going to multiply now. Right here, get that one. Get that one. And come over here. And there's our sunken scroll. There we go. Welcome to Dr. Canyon, the world's most gorgeous gorge. Collect all these for commemorative stickers. Alright, with that said, let's get into level 4 then. Level 4 is a go-go! Enter the Octo Hurler. Let it roll, baby. And a Sheldon request. You ready for a request? Sheldon's your man. Because now we get an introduction of new weapons. Okay, take this with you. It'll help you gather some practice battle data. The Hero Roller. You can fling a big ball of ink ball on the ground with ZR. Or you can use ZR in midair to fling longer, narrow stream of ink. You can also hold ZR while moving to roll ink on the ground. Yep, we got more. Now we don't have our blaster anymore, our little gun. We now have to deal with the ink roller. This is like your short-range weapon. It's sort of like, it's basically a sword. And you might as well start liking this weapon because, well, I'll say this now, the boss of the stage, this boss of this world, is kind of a, sort of a samurai duel. Which, to be fair, the boss fights in this game are quite unique because they also do have the Sheldon request as well. Is that bosses will have to be defeated in a particular way. So bear that in mind. We also have these little scrubbers, which automatically put ink down of the opposing team. I wish there was something like that in the multiplayer, you know, that makes things a little more interesting. But that only happened in Splatfest, which is kind of a downer, really, to be honest. There's our Ceridium right there. So look forward out, watch out for that. Then we're up and after, booyah! We also have little sprinklers to fill them up with the ink there, and oh goodness, I did not see that bomb coming at me. Yeah, we have the octo bombs now, which are kind of an annoyance. They're kind of like a missile type thing. They'll just come right at you. Yeah, like that. Your vertical swing is in that area is in the flash, right? Yep, because that actually helps us get vertical ink coverage. These octopods are a one-time use. Some of them do have a respawner on them, so watch out for that. Man, these little bombs are giving me such a pain in the backside. It's odd. And we got armor. Definitely going to need that. I keep losing my armor every time I get encountered those little octo missiles. But see, like these octopods here have spawners, so you can use them. Bear in mind, however, the Octarians can also use these too. If they hit them, they will it'll swing them back right at you. So watch out for that. But they're pretty powerful. Not gonna lie. Like there's some Splatfest maps actually use this, and again, it was actually a way to have like artificial weapons in the world. Some work better than normal. But some of them are kind of was kind of overpowered and kind of killed the idea of actually having weapons in a map. As I recall, there was a Splatfest map that had the cannons from Salmon Run in it. And while cool, you could just have one person, you know, inside the cannon and just basically just keep tanking the hits of the enemy. You know, kill the enemy with the cannon. While everyone else was just, you know, while the rest of the team was just spawning it. It was probably the worst Splatfest map of all time, really, to be honest. Oh, we got a launch pad over there. We get that real quick. We also have the Stingray, a good weapon to use. I'm gonna keep it with me though, so I can get that extra power egg boost. Because as you can see, power egg totals are always a big total consistently throughout the levels you play on. So there's no, like, say, you know, bank or anything of that sort. No, you just carry every ammo on you. Now, this place has got a little bit of these rollers, little sweepers, whatnot, are carrying yourself downhill somewhere underground. Well, that's something we need to figure out. Oh, look, there's something down here, and it's got the sunken scroll for us. And see, it's minor explorations like that is where I do like how this, how the exploration of this game has. Oh, ooh, I almost fell off. That would have been bad. I would have to redo this all over again. I don't want that to happen. And now, after you beat the stage, you can come back here and play this with the other weapons you've unlocked as well after the Sheldon's request is done. And that's how you're going to basically increase your replayability, is basically beating a stage with a different stipulation. AKA, play it with a different weapon you have unlocked from the get-go. And while some weapons, and since this stage was technically built specifically for the initial weapon by choice, the level design does change somewhat to reflect what weapon you're using. So say if there's a stage where it requires like maybe the charger to use, but you have the roller, the stage modifies itself slightly to make sure that the roller can get the target, get the level progression with no problem. It won't be as easy, but at least it'll still have at least a decent challenge ahead of you. And that accounts for boss fights too. boss fights also have their own Sheldon requests as well. You stop throwing that at me, you. There we go. We're up and at him. Let's get out of here. Zumba! We're out of here. Let it roll, baby.